Hello everyone, welcome to week 3 of Chantelle Marquis' Ttown Make Down videos. This is the third video in my beauty series on my newest acne regimen. For those of you who are just visiting for the first time this week, I've been going through my 5 products that I've been using for the past 3 weeks. I think I'll do one more week and we'll talk about the progress that I've made, the things that I like about what I've been using, things I don't like so much. This week I will be talking about some of the topical treatments I've used in the past, as well as going over my current regimen, and then we'll discuss what we'll be talking about next week. So welcome. What we'll talk about first is, let's take a look at how things are going. As you can see, if you're following from previous weeks, week 1 to week 2, things that look like they're clearing up a little bit. I have noticed that my skin has grown accustomed somewhat to the treatments that I've been using, because I'm getting new breakouts daily. Some of the old ones have gone away, but these are fairly new. And if it was working as planned, ultimately I wouldn't be getting newer ones, and the old ones would be disappearing, and so would some of the scars. But some of the scars on my forehead have disappeared. These ones have been harder to get rid of. My neck and my cheeks and my chin. So this is what we're working with. I do think it's getting better though. I will give it one more week and then we'll see what happens from there. Maybe you guys can help me out, whether I should continue with this for a little bit longer or try out some new products. I already have some suggestions from some people, and we'll go over that as well a little bit later. So let's get started. I will start with this one. I just showed for the first time last week, and I really have been liking this one a lot. It's the Normaderm Gel Deep Cleansing Purifying Gel. I'm finding that this one smells fresh and it foams nicely. This one has a nice fresh scent. And I have, on occasion, used a silicone sponge, which I think I'll introduce. I'll show you guys next week. I don't have it here with me right now. So I have the silicone sponge, and it actually produces a really nice foam with this face wash. As I'm doing this, I'll just kind of go into some of the products that I have used in the past. So some of the topical treatments I've used, we'll start with first. Let's do a little bit of a flashback to the past. Anyone who is close to my age or who already knows me and knows my age can attest to some of the products that I've used in the past. So this is Oxy cleansing pads. I do believe Oxy is still around. I've used Oxy cleansing pads, and I found that those ones were kind of harsh, alcohol smelling, pretty harsh, pretty greasy. Has anyone heard of eczema? Because eczema girls get noticed. I've used those in the past. What I found with eczema was that it was kind of greasy feeling. It was like a thick, kind of pasty wash that you put on your face, and it left kind of a film. That one I've used in the past, didn't like it, didn't find it effective. Clearasil face wash I have used, and I found Clearasil also didn't work. It's just an over-the-counter, like not even over-the-counter, you could just pick it up at any drugstore. What else have I used? Benzogel is another one. That one you can pick up at any drugstore as well. Didn't find that effective. Don't really remember it, but remember it wasn't effective. St. Ives medicated apricot scrub that one, I found the scrub to be pretty hard, and it dried my skin out. So I've stopped using that one a long time ago. I think you can still buy it at drugstores. Burt's Bees, I've tried that one as the acne, the medicated Burt's Bees. That one also, I found it goes on and it feels kind of greasy when it goes on, but then that one also dries out your skin. It's kind of confusing. It's a little bit weird. I've tried witch hazel. I've tried straight rubbing alcohol. I've tried benzoyl peroxide, just wiping my face with that. I've tried essential oils to moisturize my face. I've used cold pressed almond oil and argan oil. I've used tea tree oil and products containing tea tree oil. What else have I used? Then I think a trip to the dermatologist got me stevamycin, which is a dermatologist mixed formula, which has, like, I think, antibacterial properties. Not sustainable because you have to go to the dermatologist and keep getting prescription refills for that one. What I'm looking for is something that I can just go to the store and buy that will actually work on my face. Is that asking too much? I don't know. And then, of course, there was the Proactive, which I found, like I said, I mentioned before, works for a couple weeks, and then your skin adjusts, or mine did anyways, and then it stops working, and it's also very expensive. And then what you're left with, they used to make you buy the entire product line in a package, and then you would use up some of the product and then you have some left over, which was not really helpful because you'd have some product left over, you'd still keep getting packages in the mail, and you'd run out of the ones that you needed and then have ones left over. Okay, let's wash off Pixie. What I've been doing originally, hang on one moment. What I have been doing originally with my regimen is I would use the this Pixie Peel and Polish. I would be using it twice a day, every day, and I did find that it started to make my skin a bit sensitive. It was a little bit, even the toughest skin, I think twice a day is a bit much, so I started using it now only once a day in the evenings. The Deep Cleansing Purifying Gel, still using it twice a day. As well as the Neostrata Resurface with the glycolic acid in it. Still using that twice a day. Everything else twice a day, except for, so there's 5 products I've been using, except for the Pixie, which I just started using once a day now, and the Targeted Clarifying Gel, which is the topical ointment. I've been using that now just for spots, like in the evening time. And I do find with that one that it's kind of greasy. I find that where I do put it on, it kind of sticks, like my face feels like it's sticking to the pillow. So there's the rundown of some of the products I've used. I'm sure that's not an exhaustive list. Like I said, I've been struggling with this for many, many years, since I was probably in grade 5. At a young age, started breaking out my face, my chest, my back. I think someone called me a Dalmatian once because they saw the acne scars on my back. So many years of products. which most of them I'm sure I've forgotten. Next week, since this video is getting a little bit long, we'll talk about some of the oral medications I've used and their positives and negatives. Let's see where I have some spots that might need to be. Okay, so if you guys come back next week, we'll talk about oral treatments, and I might reveal my age. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll leave it a little bit longer. Anyways, this was my holiday version of the Ttown Makedown. Ttown because I live in Toronto, the T-dot, and Makedown because the opposite of up is down and opposite of makeup is Makedown. Take care and see you next week. Have a safe and happy holiday and Happy New Year.